Right, we're going to talk about the Duke of York now, because King Charles has decided to axe his security team. This is according to reports that emerged over the weekend.
Prince Andrew's security has been funded privately by Charles after he lost his publicly funded police protection in 2022.
But is it time that we actually stop paying for royal security full stop? Is it right that taxpayers fund the security of everyone from Queen Camilla to Prince William? Well,
joining us now is royal journalist Sarah Robertson.
Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Morning.
What do you make of all of this? Because there's lots of commentary that perhaps Prince Andrew having his security removed is sort of a first step towards trying to get him out of Royal Lodge, because he needs all of this security for his 90-acre estate in Windsor.
Yes, well, I mean, that's what King Charles is hoping to try and do, is to sort of try and subtly strong-arm him out of Royal Lodge and into another property, which happens to be Harry and Meghan's old house, Frogmore Cottage, on the estate. But Prince Andrew is going nowhere so far. He's resisting, shall we say, any attempts by the King to actually go of his own accord. He says he signed a lease. He says the lease is cast iron, and that's where he's staying. So the King says, OK, you know, he's taken away his security. He believes he doesn't need to have this round-the-clock 24-hour protection, which Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, right now does have. And this is part as well of the King sort of stripping back. So the only security really that the taxpayer should be paying for, the King believes, is just himself, Queen Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales, because obviously they are the heirs apparent, and that's how it will be. Other working royals do get security paid for them when they are working. So Princess Anne doesn't get security round the clock privately, but when she is working, and she is the most hard-working royal, as we all know, she then does benefit from security when she's actually on an official working visit. But the other members of the royal family, you know, as I say, the Prince and Princess of Wales, the King and Queen, they do receive 24/7 security, as they should, because given the nature, the high profile of their roles and the inherent risk that does carry. And you can't always guarantee that people aren't going to have malign intent. And we've seen, obviously, with the Queen, when people broke into Buckingham Palace and Tudor ended up in the Queen's bedroom. I'm not quite sure what happened with the security there, but nevertheless, you know, they are at risk by the very nature of who they are and the huge role that they carry around the world.
But they are billionaires, aren't they? I mean, they could afford... Isn't Prince William a billionaire? He could afford his own security. Is there a legitimate question about whether or not the British taxpayer should be... But the only reason I ask is because, you know, you look at what Harry and Meghan are up to. They've just been to Colombia, presumably footed the bill themselves, or maybe Colombia did.
I think Colombia invited them.
OK.
They didn't pay for that. They need to keep their coffers. They've got so much legal action going on. So,
I would just like to say on that note, Isabel and Anna, they ended up, well, Prince Harry, shall I say, ended up costing us, the taxpayer, over $1 million in Home Office legal fees with that silly case that he brought, demanding that we do pay for police protection for him. So, I mean, he's not a good example. But in terms of what they cost us, look, the actual figure in terms of their security never gets disclosed, as I say, and that is for their protection, and that's a decision that the Home Office has taken. But if a rough estimate is believed to be around between about £1.50 to maybe up to £50 per year per taxpayer, but that is not official figures. That's just speculated figures. So I just want to really sort of reiterate that is speculated. But do they deserve it? Yes, of course they do. It's the King, and they generate, I mean, 80% of the income that they generate goes back into our coffers, goes back into the Treasury, and then they're paid a sovereign grant out of that. They also have paid income tax since the 90s. So we can't begrudge them, given the mammoth role, the fact that, you know, King Charles is our head of state. And we are in a constitutional monarchy. We cannot begrudge them this. It's of vital importance. Do people begrudge that the Prime Minister has security 24/7?
A little.
No. Well, maybe depending on
a little bit.
You know what your preferences are, but I think we have to be realistic about this. The King himself and Prince William and Princess Catherine, they do deserve to have security. It's of utmost paramount.
Okay.
Well, what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean.
Importance.
Of
Yes,
importance,
exactly.
yeah.
They are protected at all times. It really
All right.
is.
Nana Akua just can't go on TV without saying anything negative about Harry and Meghan. This thing here, they came to talk about the Duke of York, the Duke of Pedos. That's who they came to talk about. But guess what? Just quick throwing shade on Harry and Meghan. She's not accepting that they did pay for their Colombia tour. Because Nana Akua is a very poor lady. And she thinks in her mind, everybody is just equal to her. All these people you seeing hating on Harry and Meghan, they do not understand that Meghan was actress in Hollywood. In Hollywood, you get paid money. Meghan Markle was a millionaire before going to that island there of theirs. Before getting married to Prince Harry inherited every single thing there on the paper, but Meghan Markle had cash money in her bank account that had her money, her name, and she was a millionaire. Meanwhile, Prince Harry was getting allowance from his daddy, shopping at TJ Maxx. He wrote it in the spare book here. He had all the inheritance with name and with all those trust fund, all those big stuff left by his mother, by his great-grandmother, all those ones, yes, on the paper. But Meghan Markle had physical money that was in her name, in bank account, in her name, Meghan Markle. She had millions. Why do you think a millionaire is not able to pay for a tour in Colombia? Why do you think a millionaire has to pay money to go visit people in schools? Why do you think that's extraordinary amount of money that was spent that these two are not capable of paying? Speaking of all the millions, I believe Prince Harry did get some million from his mama. I believe he also is gonna get this money from his great grandmama. This September here, I believe, is gonna be his birthday. I believe so. So he is on his way to big inheritance. His wife had all the money. She was a millionaire. Millionaires can afford stuff. If you never seen how much $1 million can do, Aqua, you need to do your research. Looks like you've been hanging around poor people for too long. That's why your mind is so poor. And you look poor. Nana Aqua sounds, looks, smells, smiles, laughs poor. Because that's who she is. Because the hate that the woman has in her heart, she's not a rich person. A rich person has smile, have a hope, has a relaxes, is not bitter towards others. She's a poor-minded. And the only language she understands is the poor people's languages. And that's the language of hate and language of sabotage, the language of racism, the language of doing wrong, the language of bitterness. That's the only languages she understands. I mean, look at how that woman looks. You do not see lots of women from Africa looking like her. I don't know. What part of Africa is that lady from? Do you see beautiful African sisters around here? Do you see them? I mean, seriously. Open your eyes and look at African women. What part of Africa is this one here from? What? But you know what I must say? She's a part of Africa that has been hanging around the colonial devils for centuries. That's the part of Africa she's from. She's part of those house ninjas who've been hanging around the slave owners for a billion years. That's why she's a traitor. Look at her. And for some reason, they always choose the weird looking ones. The ones that cannot associate with the rest of the others. Because, you know, because of their low self-esteem, it's easy to manipulate them. See? Racist ain't no dumb. He knows what he's playing. He's gonna always get the filthy looking face to put around there to sabotage other people from her. Yeah, to get race traitors, I'm telling you, look from history. You're gonna see all those traitors. They look same. Like this one here, Aqua, looks like a concrete piece of concrete, the broken piece of it. You will always find those ones with low self-esteem. She can't even speak straight. I don't know if it's just the English accent or whatever it is. It's just something with that witch lady. Damn, lady, you got in the look department, girl. You probably came very late. You came at 7:59. That's when you showed up. Girl, you look surprised. You definitely look surprised. And the other one, Latrine, she's also one of them. Damn them women. I just can't deal with you. So these people actually came here to talk about the Principito, like I was telling you guys, because, well, this Nana just gets to me really bad way. I just can't stand her face. I cannot stand that piece of concrete. I just can't. So what is it with this Charlie boy coming here to tell everybody about his issues with internal issue with his brother? Why does he have to bring that to the media? What does that have to do with the people? What does that have to do with the people of England? They all know this guy is a pedo priest. And you were paying for him. Can you imagine? This person has good reputation, a better place in your heart than your own son, whose mama you unalived. Dude. You got some issues. Whatever is it that you have, the issues you got are serious ones. I just can't wait for you to go follow your mama with your racist daddy. So, apparently Principito doesn't want to leave that house, right? And they wanted the Principito to go live at Frogmore. And squatties, y'all know, our sister remodeled that house. Paid $2 million. Meghan Markle did to remodel it. The tabloids came out here, told us about it. Meghan has never opened her mouth about it. But when I believe Prince Harry said something in spare. I don't remember what it was exactly. But yeah. They paid to remodel that little house. That house used to be like for short people. Apparently, the people who used to live in that house before were less than 4 foot tall. Maybe those people were pygmies from the equatorial forest. Who knows who they are? Or maybe those people were not growing tall back then. That's why they had those short houses. because a person who is 6 foot tall like a Harry could not stand up straight in that house. So that's why they had to demolish the ceiling of that house so they could raise it up high so that even Harry could be able to walk in that house. It's somewhere on the newspapers. Do your research. I'm not just coming up with stuff. So that the house that Meghan Markle remodeled with her money. So right now they're sending this Prince Peter to live there, and Peter doesn't want to go there. And you know, some gossip online here is saying this guy here, Charles, wanna the lodge to be open so he could put his wife there before he departures to go follow his mama. So he wanted his wife, this one here, the mistress, that one, the escort, the queen escort, so she could be situated before this one here goes to answer to our ancestors what he did to Prince Archie and Princess Meghan. And I want that to happen real quick. He needs to start leaving already. You need to pack your luggage and start leaving, Charlie. That's what I'm praying for you out here. Psalm 109. You ain't gonna last here too long. Without hate, brother, God hates ugly. Yeah, God hates ugly. You need to go follow your mama. So you're gonna kick your brother out of the house so you could put some old prostitute? I just can't wait to see everything how it's gonna play around here. When is that Operation Bridge gonna play out? I can't wait to see that queen escort out here on the media being laughed at by everyone. Homewrecker. That's what Murad Morelli calls her. Camille the rat. I can't stand these people. So all this minute here, he was using the taxpayers' money to pay for that pedo. And even if he was using the money out of his pocket, I don't care. It's the tax money, taxpayers' money. And my people are there paying that taxes also. These people are financing these people's luxury life without getting anything back. The alienation is a real brainwashing business. It's a real deal. That's what's happening here. They are so brainwashed, and look at all of them right now. They have food banks everywhere. And they have these royals. They're not doing anything. They just went on vacation for 3 months hanging around doing nothing. You saw bullying. AI bullying came out here. According to AI bullying, he's somewhere in whatever you call it, Baltimore. I don't know, whatever you call that place. What is it? What do you guys call the castle? Baltimore, whatever. I don't care. That's where these people be going to hang around for 3 months. Guess what? The Peter Andrew was also there. I wonder if this Charlie boy is just because Harry and Meghan went to Colombia, they wanted to get some news in their name. That's why they came up with this BS. That's probably what's going on. Because they're thinking if they do open their mouth to talk about that, it's going to do something. No, come on. People are just going to hate you more. Because who wants to see a family to come out here to talk about their dirty linen, family dirty laundry being exposed to the public? That's not what people are conditioned to listen to hearing out here. We do not want to see brothers Family Feud online. We like to see Family Feud on Steve Harvey's show. We don't want to see the Family Feud dirty laundry being here with all those boxes with no elastic of that Charlie boy being hanged in the public. We ain't got no business into that. Do you think it's cute? Do you think so? Man, I'm telling you, you're going to make everyone hate you. The people who were even supporting you are going to hate you because of that. Because, you know, y'all racists, those racists, they don't really see much what the Peter Prince did. Most of all, they just call Harry a traitor because guess what? He stood up with his wife, his beloved wife. And his son. Y'all wanted them to be unalive by this hate. So you consider Harry to be worse than this Peter. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. But you know these people, the racists, they can whitewash anything. They will whitewash anything. They will unalive somebody down here. Their family member will unalive somebody down here, will still rob people, do all the terrible stuff. But guess what? Make no mistake. Those people have each other's backs. Most of all, you know why? It's also the same people who were born from cousin and uncle and aunties and all those people slept together and made those people. They are inbred. That's why they will never throw their own under the bus. Look at this one here running for president. These racists are same across the board. No difference. Everywhere they're the same. Nephews getting married to marrying aunties, aunties marrying uncles, nieces marrying uncles. Just imagine these kind of people. Those are the people we're dealing with out here. And people look at them like they're role models and they call them leaders. Y'all should be ashamed of you damn brainwashed minds. Shame on y'all. I don't want to finish my energy talking about these horrible people. I'm going to talk to you all guys again tomorrow. I love you. So please share my videos. Okay? Take care for now.